This is the 5.1 to 5.2 review. Calculators still are not allowed, and this is number 2. So with number 2, we are looking for the integrals that are approximated by these Riemann sums. So this is what we did in section 5.2 skill 1. We spent quite a bit of time on it, and if you recall, our first step was to identify delta x, which is this number out in front. Our next step is to find inputs that we can put in boxes that are delta x away from each other. And I can see here that most of you will probably want to check or box the 1 over 100 first, but if I add a tenth to 100th, I do not get a 2 over 100. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as a 1/10 times a 1/10 plus a 2/10 times a 1/10 plus a 3/10 times a 1/10 dot 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 plus 10/10 times a 1/10. And when I do that, I can see that I've got 1/10 and 2/10 and 3/10. Each of these are 1 delta x away from each other, and I know that I've now selected the correct input. Because I've selected the correct input now, I can find my a, which will be this first box minus the delta x, which gives me a 0. I can find my b, which is my final box, 10 over 10, which is 1. And I can find my function, which is this first term with the box replaced with an x. So my f of x will be x times 1/10. So if I put all of that together, I will get that this Riemann sum is an approximation for the integral from 0 to 1 of an x over 10 dx. Okay, let's do the same process here with b. Again, we've got our delta x here, and in this case it's a little simpler because the inputs are just going to be the 1/20th, the 2/20ths, all the way up to the 20/20ths. So in this case, my a is 1/20th minus 1/20th, or 0. My b is 20 over 20, which is 1. And my function is the box replaced with an x. And then delta x turns into a dx. For my third and final one, again, I've got a delta x as that 1/25th. The inputs I choose will be the 1/25th, 2/25ths, 3/25ths, up to 25/25ths. So now we will approximate it with an a, which is 1/25th minus 1/25th, a b, which is a 1, an f of x, which is the expression with the box replaced with an x, and then delta x turns to a dx. And we're done.